Good evening, everyone. Myself Muskan, and I'm student of BSc Chemistry Honors second year. So our next chapter is alcohols. So first we will read the introduction. Alcohols constitute a class of compounds which are regarded as hydroxy derivatives of hydrocarbons. They are further classified as mono, dio, and trihydric alcohols according as the number of hydroxyl group present in their molecules is 1, 2, or 3 respectively. Alcohols containing 4 or more hydroxyl group are known as polyhydric alcohols. Examples are methyl alcohol, glycol is dihydric, glycerol is trihydric, and sorbitol is polyhydric. Next is aromatic hydroxyl compounds. Fall into two categories. These are aromatic alcohols. Aromatic alcohols are the compounds in which the hydroxyl group is present in the side chain. These may be regarded as alcohol in which OH group is attached to an aryl substituted alkyl radical. An important example of such a compound is benzyl alcohol. Second is phenol. These are the compounds which contain hydroxyl group or groups directly attached to an aromatic ring. For example, phenol is an important example of this. The properties of phenols are marked differently from the properties of alcohols, and their chemistry is discussed separately in chapter number 2. Now, next is monohydric alcohols. These are the alcohols having the general formula ROH, where R may be simple or substituted alkyl group. Thus, we have methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, benzyl alcohol. Saturated monohydric alcohols are also known as alkanols, and these are derived from alkanes by the replacement of hydrogen atom by a hydroxyl group. Alcohols can be represented by the general formula CnH2n plus 1 OH, where n is the number of carbon atoms present. Next is classification. Monohydric alcohols may be further classified as primary, secondary, or tertiary alcohols, which are given below. First is primary alcohol. These are the alcohols in which the hydroxyl group is directly attached to the primary carbon atom. Examples are ethyl alcohol, N-propyl alcohol, benzyl alcohol. Second is secondary alcohol. The alcohols which contain the hydroxyl group attached to secondary carbon atom. Examples isopropyl alcohol, secondary butyl alcohol. Next is tertiary. The alcohols in which the hydroxyl group is attached to a tertiary carbon atom. Examples tert butyl alcohol. Now we will do the nomenclature of monohydric alcohols. First, the common system. According to this system, which is used only for the simpler alcohols, are named by adding the word alcohol to the name of the alkyl group present in the molecule, that is methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, etc. Second is carbinol system. According to this system, methyl alcohol is called carbinol and other alcohols are named as alkyl derivatives of carbinol. Examples are carbinol, methyl carbinol, dimethyl carbinol, triphenyl carbinol. Third is IUPAC system. In this system, alcohols are named in accordance with the general IUPAC rules. These rules are summed up below. Now first is the largest carbon chain containing the carbon atom carrying the hydroxyl group is selected as corresponding to the parent hydrocarbon. The alcohol is named as derivative of this hydrocarbon by replacing the final E of the name of the hydrocarbon by the suffix ol. Second is the parent chain of the carbon atom is numbered from that end which give the lowest possible number to the carbon carrying the hydroxyl group. Third, the name of the alcohol is then written as one word by writing the name of the side chain or substituents along with their position in alphabetical order, followed by the name of parent alcohol. For example, ethanol, butane, 1-ol, 2-methyl propane, 2-ol, 2-phenyl ethane, 1-ol, 2-methyl propane, 1-ol. So here are also the examples of this. Next is structural isomerism. Monohydric alcohol exhibit three types of structural isomerism. First is chain isomerism. This type of isomerism is due to the difference in the nature of the carbon chains attached to the hydroxyl group. It is obtained by alcohols having 4 or more carbon atoms. For example, butane 1-ol, 2-methyl propane 1-ol. Second is position isomerism. It is due to the difference in the position of the hydroxyl group in the chain of the carbon atom. Examples are butane 1-ol, butane 2-ol. Third is functional isomerism. Monohydric alcohols also exhibit functional isomerism with one another class of oxygen derivative, namely ethers, that is ethanol, methoxy, methane. Now, what are the methods of formation of the alcohols? First is reduction of carbonyl compounds. Alcohols can be easily obtained by the reduction of aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids, esters, etc. by a variety of reducing agents which are discussed below. First is reduction of aldehyde and ketones. Aldehydes can be reduced to primary alcohols and ketones to secondary alcohols in a number of ways which are given below. First is bicatalytic hydrogenation. Aldehydes and ketone can be reduced to primary and secondary alcohols respectively by the hydrogenation in the presence of catalysts such as nickel, platinum, etc. Catalytic hydrogenation of aldehyde or ketones containing other easily reducible groups such as carbon-carbon double bond will furnish produce in which both the functional groups are reduced. For example, when protonaldehyde is reacted with H2 in the presence of nickel, it will form N-butyl alcohol. This method cannot be used if it is desired to carry out the selective reduction for only carbonyl group, keeping the other groups intact. Second is reduction with complex metal hydrides. The reduction of aldehyde and ketones to prepare alcohols is usually carried out in laboratory with the complex metal hydrides such as lithium aluminum hydride and sodium borohydride. Sodium boron borohydride is easily to handle and can be used either in water or alcohol solution. The reduction product finally initially formed get hydrolyzed to form alcohols. Whereas lithium aluminum hydride react violently with water and alcohol, so it can be used only in aprotic solvents such as diether or tetrahydrofuran. The product initially formed is then subjected to hydrolysis to get the alcohol. Here is the mechanism of this reaction. So let's move further. Next is reduction of carboxylic acid. Primary alcohols can be obtained by the reduction of carboxylic acid by lithium aluminum hydride, in which NaBH4 do not reduce carboxylic acid. In this reaction, the carboxyl part of carboxylic group is reduced to CH2 group. Here is the mechanism of this reaction. Now we will do next is reduction of esters. Reduction of ester constituent of convenient method and preparation of alcohols. The reduction is generally carried out by the following method. First is Bovalent-Blanc reduction. This method involves the reduction of esters to alcohol by treatment with sodium in alcohol. The reaction leads to the formation of mixture of two alcohols, in which is formed from the alkoxy group and second is formed from the alkyl group. Here is the mechanism of also this reaction. Next is reduction with lithium aluminum hydride. Esters can also be reduced with lithium aluminum hydride to yield a mixture of two alcohols, as we can say in the Bovalent-Blanc reduction. Next is catalytic hydrogenation. On an industrial scale, alcohols are obtained from esters by catalytic hydrogenation in the presence of copper chromite catalyst. For example, when ethyl propanoate is catalytic with H2 in the presence of copper chromite, it will give propanol and ethanol. Next is fourth is hydration of alkenes. Alkenes can be hydrated to form alcohols either through addition of sulfuric acid or by direct hydration as discussed below. First, addition of sulfuric acid followed by hydrolysis. Alkenes react with concentrated H2SO4 form alkyl hydrogen sulfate. Alkyl hydrogen sulfates can easily hydrolyzed to heating with water to form the alcohols. In case of unsymmetric alkenes, addition of sulfuric acid takes place according to the Markovnikov's rule. Next is by direct hydration. The more reactive alkene directly add on water in the presence of acids such as disulfuric acid, phosphoric acid to yield alcohols in accordance with Markovnikov's rule. Next is oxymercuration and deoxymercuration of alkenes. Next is hydroboration of alkenes. When treated with diboron, alkenes undergo hydroboration to form alkyl borines. The alkyl borines is readily oxidized by hydrogen peroxide alkaline solution to form alcohols. The net result of this reaction also the addition of water alkanes to form the alcohols. Next method is Grignard reagent. By far the most important method for the preparation of primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols is by the reaction between a Grignard reagent and a carbonyl compound such as an aldehyde or an ketone. The addition of product initially formed is decomposed with water, preferably in the presence of acids such as HCl or H2SO4 to give the alcohols. The general reaction which is depicted below. First is if the carbonyl compound is used in the above reaction is formaldehyde, the final product is primary alcohol. If the carbonyl compound used is some aldehyde other than formaldehyde, then the final product is secondary alcohol. Use of ketone to react with the Grignard reagent to the ultimate formation of tertiary alcohols. Next is by the hydrolysis of alkyl halide. The hydrolysis of alkyl halides with an aqueous solution of sodium or potassium hydroxide or moist silver oxide results in the formation of alcohol. Next, by the hydrolysis of esters. The hydrolysis of esters with alkali solution is generally employed for the preparation of alcohols from naturally occurring esters. Now, here are physical properties of alcohol. Due to the presence of OH group in their molecule, alcohols are polar compounds. Oxygen is more electronegative than either carbon or hydrogen, so that the electrons of the CO as well as OH bond are displaced towards oxygen atom. Therefore, the oxygen atom carries partial negative charge, while both carbon and hydrogen attached to oxygen carry partial positive charge. Moreover, like water, alcohol's molecule also has a band structure, so that we may represent alcohol molecule as. Because of their band structure and polar nature of carbon, oxygen and oxygen hydrogen, alcohol possess considerable dipole moment. First is the above structural features of alcohol having a strong influence on the physical and chemical properties of alcohol, which are discussed below. First is physical state. The lower alcohols are colorless liquids having a distinct alcoholic smell and a burning taste. The higher members are colorless, tasteless, waxy solids. Second is associative state. Hydrogen bonding. Since alcohol contain a hydrogen bond attached to strong alcohol contain hydrogen attached to strongly electronegative oxygen, intensive intermolecular hydrogen bonding exists between alcohol molecules. As a result, alcohol exists in the form of associated molecule and not simple monomeric alcohols. Next is boiling point. The boiling point of alcohols are much higher than those of hydrocarbons or ethers of comparable molecular weights, as is evident from the following examples. The high boiling point of alcohols can be explained in terms of extensive intermolecular hydrogen bonding in alcohols. Large amount of energy is required to break these hydrogen bonds which hold the alcohol's molecules together in the associated states. Among us themselves, the boiling point of isomeric alcohols are in the order primary, secondary, and then tertiary. This is because out of isomeric alcohols, primary alcohols are most polar and form hydrogen bonds to the maximum extent as compared to the secondary and tertiary alcohols. With increase in the molecular weight, the boiling point also increases. Next is solubility. The lower alcohols are highly soluble in water, but the solubility decreases with increase in molecular weights. The high solubility of lower alcohol is due to the formation of hydrogen bonds between alcohols and water molecules. The rapid fall in the solubility of higher alcohols is due to the fact that with the increase in the molecular size, the non-polar hydrogen character of the molecule become more dominating in comparison with the polar OH group. This leads to decrease in the extent of hydrogen bonding formation with water, and therefore solubility in water decreases. For isomeric alcohol, the solubility increases with increase in branching. This is because of the reason that as branching increasing, the surface area of non-polar hydrocarbon part decreases. The higher alcohols, it may be noted, more soluble in organic solvents. Density, generally speaking, the density of alcohol is less than that of water, although it increases with the increase in the molecular weight. So our next topic is chemical properties. In general, the reaction of alcohols may be divided into the following three categories. First is reaction involving the cleavage of OH bond. Second, reaction involving the cleavage of COH bond. Third, reaction involving both alkyl and hydroxyl group of the alcohol's molecule. First, we will study about the reaction involving cleavage of OH bond. The general order of reactivity of alcohols in this type of reaction is primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, and then tertiary alcohol. Explanation: in the cleavage of OH bond, oxygen, which is more electronegative than hydrogen, takes away both the electrons of the shared pair. Therefore, the relative reactivities of alcohol in this reaction can be explained in terms of electron releasing inductive effect of the alkyl group. As we move from primary to secondary to tertiary alcohols, the number of alkyl group attached to carbon carrying the OH group increases from 1 to 3. Due to this, the electron density around oxygen goes on increases on moving from primary to secondary to tertiary alcohols. The result in that the electron of the OH bond cannot be sufficiently drawn towards oxygen, and the ease of cleavage of OH bond decreases. Thus, the The order of reactivity in reaction involving the cleavage of OH bond is primary, secondary, and tertiary. It can be easily understood that methyl alcohol, which would be more reactive of all the alcohols. Next is reaction with metals, acidic nature. Alcohols react with active metals like sodium, potassium, magnesium, and aluminum to liberate hydrogen and form metal alcohols or alkoxides. This reaction suggests that alcohols are acidic in nature. This is quite understandable since the OH group contains highly electronegative oxygen attached to the hydrogen. Naturally, the OH bond is polarized in character and allows the separation of hydrogen H positive ion. However, alcohols are weak acids and even weaker than water. This is because of the alkyl group present in alcohols have an electron releasing inductive effect. This causes an increased electron density around oxygen. This results is that the electrons of H bond are not sufficiently drawn towards oxygen and the release of proton is rendered difficult. In other words, the plus I effect of alkyl groups makes the alcohol weaker acid than water. Comparison of acid strength of primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohol. Since the plus I effect would be maximum in tertiary alcohols and least in primary alcohols, the order of acidities of alcohol is primary, secondary, and tertiary. It is evident that methyl alcohol would be stronger even than ethyl alcohol and other primary alcohols since it has no alkyl group attached to the carbon carrying the OH group. Next is reaction with Grignard reagent. Alcohol react with Grignard reagent to produce hydrocarbon, which is shown below. It may be noted that the alkane formed correspond to alkyl group of Grignard reagent. Second is reaction with organic acids. Alcohols react with organic acid to form ester. This is slow reversible reaction termed as esterification. It is generally carried out in the presence of concentrated H2SO4 or hydrochlorine gas, hydrogen chloride gas. The reaction is reversible in nature, but the equilibrium can be pushed in the forward direction by removing the water formed continuously. This is done with the help of an apparatus called Dean and Stark separator. If esterification is carried out in the presence of HCl, it is known as Fischer's fire esterification. Mechanism. The mechanism of esterification involves the initial protonation of carbonyl oxygen of the carboxylic acid by the proton released by the mineral acid. As a result, carbon becomes more positively charged and readily undergoes nucleophilic attack by the oxygen of the alcohols. The resulting intermediate is ultimately converted into ester as depicted below. Isotopic tracker studies have confirmed that esterification cleavage involves the cleavage of OH bond of the alcohol and COH bond of the acid, as suggested by the above mechanism. For instance, let us consider the esterification reaction of acetic acid with ethyl alcohol, having an isotope of oxygen of atomic weight 18 in the hydroxyl group. Relative reactivities of alcohols and acids. The relative reactivities of alcohol and acids in this reaction are strongly influenced by the steric hindrance caused by the presence of larger groups in them. The greater is the size of the group near the OH group of alcohol or COH group of the acid, slower is the rate of esterification. For example, the decreasing rate of esterification of some alcohols are alcohols, that is methyl alcohol, then primary, and then secondary and tertiary. Similarly, in the case of carboxylic acid. Next is reaction with acid halides or acid anhydrides. When alcohols are treated with an acid halide or acid anhydride, the hydrogen of OH is group is replaced by acyl group and once again an ester is formed. The reaction is known as acylation and takes place more rapidly than esterification with carboxylic acid themselves. It may be noted that in case of polyhydric alcohols, hydrogen of each OH group is replaced by acyl group to form polyesters. For example, 1 mole of glycerol react with 3 moles of CH3COCl to form the triester. Next is reaction involving the cleavage of COH bond. In this reaction, the bond between carbon of alkyl group and oxygen of hydroxyl group get ruptured. The order of reactivities of alcohol in this type of reaction is tertiary, secondary, and then primary. Explanation. The above order of reactivity can be also explained in terms of inductive effect of alkyl group. As you move from primary to secondary to tertiary alcohols, The number of alkyl groups attached to the carbon carrying the OH group increases. Due to this, the electrons of COH bond are pushed more and more towards oxygen. As a result, the bond becomes more and more polar, and therefore more reactive. In other words, tertiary alcohols will be the most reactive in such reactions, and the reactivity will be lesser and still lesser in case of secondary and primary alcohols. It is also evident that methyl alcohol would be the least reactive of all the alcohols. First is reaction with hydrogen halides. Alcohols reacts with hydrogen halides to form alkyl halides in water. Hydrogen bromide and hydrogen iodide react in the same way as shown above in case of hydrogen chloride, but without the presence of dehydrating agent, that is aqueous ZnCl2. The low order of reactivity of halogen acids such as HI, HBr, HCl, while the reactivity of alcohols is tertiary, secondary, and primary. Due to its low reactivity, the reduction of hydrogen chloride with primary and alcohols requires the use of catalysts such as anhydrous zinc chloride. Here is the mechanism of this reaction now. Next is reaction with phosphorus halides. Alcohols react with phosphorus halide, that is PCl5, PCl3, PBr3 or PIR3 to yield corresponding alkyl halides. Reaction with thionyl chloride. Alcohols react with thionyl chloride preferably in the presence of a base such as tertiary amine to form alkyl chloride. It is the best method for the preparation of alkyl halide because in this reaction the side products are purely gases. So we will get the pure product. Next is reaction involving both alkyl and hydroxyl group. First is acidic dehydration. When alcohols are heated with sulfuric acid, phosphoric acid or boric acid, or when their vapors are passed over heated alumina, alcohols get hydrated to form alkenes. Mechanism of dehydration. The mechanism of dehydration of alcohols involves the formation of carbocation as an intermediate. The reaction is believed to take place in three steps. In first step, alcohols combine with hydrogen ion to form protonated alcohol or oxonium ion. The second step involves the dissociation of oxonium ion and formation of carbocation. Finally, the carbocation loses a hydrogen ion to yield the alkene. The various steps are illustrated ahead with the help of ethyl alcohol. All the three steps shared above involves reversible equilibria. However, the resulting alkene is much more volatile than the starting alcohol and is easily driven out from the reaction mixture. This shifts the equilibrium in step 3 towards the right. Consequently, the entire reaction is pushed to completion. It may be noted that the dissociation of oxonium ion in step 2 requires a supply of energy. This can be made available through solution of carbocation, considerable energy being released by the setting up of dipole-dipole between of carbocation and solvent molecules. Relative use of dehydration of alcohol is tertiary, secondary, and then the primary alcohols. Now is orientation of dehydration. Many alcohols give rise to a mixture of isomeric alkenes. Dehydration. The ratio of alkenes formed in a particular reaction depends upon the reaction condition. However, in general, it may be stated that dehydration of alcohols favor the formation of more stable alkene. Both the isomeric butanes are obtained by the expulsion of H positive ion from the same carbocation formed as intermediate. Next is rearrangement of carbocation and formation of unexpected products during dehydration. It has been found that during the dehydration of alcohol, some of the alkene formed are not which one would normally expect. The position of double bond formed, so sometimes even the skeleton may be quite unexpected. For example, dehydration of n-butyl alcohols gives a mixture of 2-butene as a main product and but-1-ene, whereas normally only but-1-ene should be formed. The formation of unexpected product can be explained in terms of the rearrangement of intermediate carbocation. It can be observed that the carbocation tends to rearrange to form more stable ions. This arrangement usually involves a migration of hydride ion, that is hydrogen atom, along with the pair of bonding electrons from an adjacent carbon atom to the positively charged carbon of the carbocation. Such a migration is called hydride shift. Second is alternatively, this rearrangement may occur through the migration of alkyl group with its pair of bonding electrons from an adjacent carbon to carbon having the positive charge. This type of migration is known as alkyl shift. Such migration Since such migration generally involve only one adjacent carbon atom, these are termed as 1,2 hydride shift. Now here is an example of hydride shift. In the dehydration of N-butyl alcohol, the intermediate carbocation initially formed is N-butyl carbocation, which is primary carbocation. This undergo a 1,2 hydride shift to form the more stable secondary butyl ion. This ion in turn loses H positive ion to form the more stable 2-butene as a preferable product. Now here is also the example of alkyl shift. In the dehydration of 3,3-dimethyl 2-butanol, the carbocation initially formed a secondary carbocation. This undergo the migration of methyl group with the bonding pair of electrons form an adjacent to the positive carbon to form the more stable tertiary carbocation, namely 3,3-dimethyl 2-butyl ion. The ion thus formed loses the hydrogen to form 2,3-dimethyl butene as the main product, which is more stable than the expected product 3,3-dimethyl butene. Partial dehydration of alcohols to form ethers and the mechanism of the reaction are discussed later in the reaction 3. Now here are some method, it is oxidation. Oxidation of phenols can be carried out in the variety of reagents such as aqueous, acidified or alkaline potassium permanganate, acidified sodium or potassium dichromate, dilute nitric or CrO3 pyridine. The ease of oxidation and nature of the products obtained depends upon the type of the alcohols employed. First is primary alcohol are easily oxidized to aldehyde and then to acids containing the same number of carbon atoms as the original alcohol. It is possible to arrest the reaction at aldehyde stage by using suitable oxidizing such as acidified K2Cr7 or distilling away the aldehyde as soon as it is formed. Next is secondary alcohols. On oxidation gives on oxidation, first give ketones to the same number of carbon atoms, and ketones are further oxidized only on drastic treatment to give acids containing lesser number of carbon atom. If isopropyl is oxidized, then it will firstly form acetone, and if acetone is further oxidized, then it will form acetic acid. Tertiary alcohols fail to undergo oxidation in neutral or alkaline solution. However, we use acidic oxidizing agent, they are oxidized to give ketones and acid containing lesser number of carbon atoms than the original alcohols. Next is action of heat, hot reduced copper. Different class of alcohols furnish different products which their vapors are passed over reduced copper at high temperature, that is 475 to 570 Kelvin. Primary alcohols are dehydrogenated to form aldehyde. If ethyl alcohol is treated with copper 575, it will give acetaldehyde. Secondary alcohols are also dehydrogenated to give ketones. For example, if isopropyl alcohol is treated with copper 573, it will give acetone. Tertiary alcohols are dehydrated to give alkene. For example, if tert-butyl alcohol is treated with copper 575, it will give isobutylene. Now here are some distinguishing tests between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. That first is Lucas test. The most convenient method and commonly used method for the distinguishing between different class of alcohols is Lucas test. It consists in treating the alcohols with Lucas reagent, which is an equimolar mixture of concentrated HCl acid and anhydrous ZnCl2. Appearance of cloudiness in the reaction mixture indicates the conversion of alcohol into alkyl chloride. It has been observed that a tertiary alcohol react immediately and therefore cloudiness appear immediately. A secondary alcohol react within about 5 minutes when the cloudiness appears. A primary alcohol does not react appreciably at room temperature and therefore no cloudiness appear. An older method for distinguishing between primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohol known as Victor Mayer method, which is seldom used in these days. So thank you, and here is all about the alcohols.